Hey guys, today I'm here to bring you my review of Game of Thrones Season 5, Episode 10 now. Holy crap, guys, there's a lot to talk about, and then of course I will give you my thoughts on Season 5 as a whole after my review. So yeah, let's get started, and I'm gonna go through this as quickly as I possibly can, okay? Because there is so much to talk about. Oh my gosh, guys. Wow. Okay, first of all, I'm going to start from the beginning, of course. Basically, yeah, everything is going to shit for Stannis. Half his men deserted him. Melisandre deserted him. Ugh, hate her now. Like, I was actually starting to like Melisandre, and then she burned Shireen at the stake, and she abandoned Stannis. It's like, know what? Fuck you, Melisandre. I'm done with you. So yeah, though the biggest thing I can get out of that is that Solis hung herself. So yeah. So yeah, Solis is dead. And even though she did have that redeeming moment in the episode 9, I still didn't care for her as a character, and her death won't affect the overall story, but still, you know, still like, I don't know, I still don't know how I feel about it. It's not like I don't care. I mean, she hung herself, you know, but yeah. So Solis is dead. So yeah. And then we go to the scene with Jon at the wall, and Jon and Sam. Oh, I love them so much. And basically Sam leaves for Old Town to become a maester, and of course Gillian the baby go with. So yeah, that's the last scene we see of Jon and Sam together, and it's so sad. It's so happy, but then it's so sad when Sam leaves. It's just, they were just reunited in the episode before. Oh, my goodness, it's so sad, and yeah. But at least Sam and Gillian, baby Sam, are safe. That's what matters. So, yeah, which even though actually Sam left for Old Town at the beginning of the 4th book. So yeah. So he basically should have left at the beginning of season 5, but you know, whatever. Anyways. Okay, and then we get the battle for Winterfell. Wow. We get the battle, and holy crap, that was an awesome sweeping shot of Ramsey's army, the Bolton's army coming in, and just Stannis' army got slaughtered, and yeah. And then Brienne comes up, and we see Stannis, he's wounded, he's sitting by, and Brienne comes up, she's like, I served Renly Baratheon, the one true king, blah blah blah, and she swings it, and he's like, no, go ahead. Stannis is like, go ahead, do it. He has nothing. He doesn't have a wife or daughter. He doesn't have Melisandre. Braavos isn't with him at the moment. His army is done. He has nothing. And Melisandre swings his sword at him. Not Melisandre, Brienne. And so yeah, and it cuts to black. So basically, it's assumed that Brienne killed Stannis, and there are some articles talking about, with Gwendolyn Christie, who plays Brienne, saying talking about Brienne killing Stannis, but I don't believe that he's dead one bit, because first of all, this is Game of Thrones. What we see when a character dies, like the Hound, he could very well be alive because we didn't actually see him die. Syrio Forel could be alive. And Benjen Stark, he could be alive. So Stannis, until I get a confirmation in season 6, I will go on believing that he's alive because we did see him die, and he could have Brienne could have very well just have knocked him down and taken him hostage. We didn't see Stannis die. Until I get an actual confirmation in season 6, I will keep on believing that Stannis is alive. And also, even if he is dead in the show, I still have the book, Winds of Winter, to look forward to, so yeah. I don't think Stannis is dead. I may just be in denial, but I don't think he's dead because we didn't actually see him die. So, yeah. And then we get a Sansa scene, and she's using this opportunity to escape. And Miranda, that bitch, comes up, and she's, like, threatening her with a bow and arrow. And Sansa's like, no way, if you're gonna kill me, do it now while I still have some of me left. And Miranda basically shoots her bow and arrow towards him, and then Theon finally mans up. He pushes her over. The arrow misses Sansa, thankfully, and Miranda gets thrown over the balcony. She's dead. Good riddance. I did not like that bitch. And then Sansa and Theon, yay! And they go to escape. They get to the wall, and they grab hands, and it is a far jump, and so basically they jump off because that's the only way for them to escape. And then, of course, it cuts to black, which so yeah, I'm 99% sure that both Sansa and Theon are alive. They might be a little bruised up, but they're both alive. So yeah, they're definitely alive. But I have to say, this is probably, this season finale has the most cliffhangers out of every season finale of Game of Thrones. Like, seriously, there's so many, too many. So yeah. So Sansa and Theon, they're alive. I have no doubt about it. Though the thing that pisses me off most about this is that Ramsey is still alive. Now, we didn't see Roose Bolton, but he's probably alive. So yeah, it pisses me off. It's like, dang it, Stannis' army is gone. He might be dead, and I know what, Stannis is not dead, and I don't think Stannis is dead. I'm gonna keep saying it, but I don't think he's dead. But still, I wanted Ramsey and Roose to get their just desserts because I hate them both so much. But obviously, there's a reason they're still alive, and I think hopefully they get theirs in book 6 and season 6. It pisses me off that Ramsey's still alive. But know what? But he's such an entertaining villain that in a way, I'm kind of glad that he's also still alive, because I need someone to hate as much as I hate Joffrey. So, yeah. Okay. And now, let's get to Braavos. Basically, it turns out Sir Meryn Trant he's not a pedophile. He doesn't sleep with the little girls. He beats them, which I don't know what is worse. Those are both pretty awful things. They're both awful, though yeah, they're both awful. I can't even really say what's worse because both of those things are awful. And basically, Arya uses her face with man trick skill to kill Meryn Trant. He's dead. Yeah, so good riddance. That guy was even if he didn't kill Syrio Forel, he's still an awful person who deserves to die, and especially look at all the horrible things he did to Sansa. So yeah, he's dead. And then Arya goes back to the House of Black and White, and basically Jaqen and Hagar finds out about that she killed Sir Meryn Trant. And basically, he fucks with her and her head. And basically, at the end, Arya's blind. Which actually, I think the blindness happened in the beginning of the training. So yeah, at the beginning of the training, in the beginning of her storyline in the book. So yeah, but yeah, it did happen in the book, so I'm fine with it happening in the show. Because I thought it was gonna happen a lot sooner, but so yeah, Arya's blind. That'll be interesting to see. Yeah. Okay, now let's get to Dorne. Yeah. So basically, Jaime and Tristan and Marcella and Bronn, they're all leaving. They're going back to King's Landing. First of all, there's this little funny scene between Tyene Sand and Bronn. That was funny. And then, yeah. And Ilaria is actually being nice. She kisses Marcel on the mouth goodbye, and they all leave. And then there's this scene between Marcella and Jaime, and basically Jaime is trying to tell Marcella that he is her father, which I was like, no, don't do that, that's stupid. Which, yeah, it was stupid, and then Marcella basically is like, I know, I think I've known, part of me knew all along, and I'm just like, really? So, yeah, and he's like, Jaime's like, really? You're relieved? And they hug, which, that was still a sweet moment, I will admit, that was sweet, and then we see Marcella again after the hug, and she starts bleeding, and it turns out that Ilaria poisoned Marcella, and Marcella's probably dead, like, there's no way she survived that. And then we see Ilaria, the fucking bitch, I was finally starting to like her again, and then she pulled that shit, and she took the antidote, she's fine, and she walks away, and the sand snakes, they follow them, just like, ugh, frickin' Ilaria. Seriously, Doran is not gonna be happy with this. Man, this. So Marcella's dead. Great. Now Cersei only has one living child. So yeah. And then the next after that, we get a scene between Tyrion, Jorah, and Daario, and basically from Tyrion, Melisandre, and Grey Worm, who's still alive, yay! They're staying behind in Marine, and Daario and Jorah are going off to find Daenerys, so yeah. And then, as Tyrion is watching, Jorah and Daario ride off, we see Varys again, and I'm happy to see Varys again, but that really disappointed me because I thought they were gonna do no, I'll talk about that later. But yeah, it was good to see him again, but it was disappointing because it wasn't supposed to happen like that. Let's just say. So yeah, and then we get a scene with Dany and Drogo, which is cute. You know, Drogan. He's really tired, you know, and then so Dany walks off, and she sees a Dothraki rider come up, and then the whole Khalasar just comes up, and they start riding their horses all around her, which was awesome, just like it happened in the books. I'm so happy. That's one of the things I love about season 1. We get the Dothraki. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, and also there's this clue about Daenerys, and she had this ring on, and she puts it in the ground. So yeah. So yeah. Though I don't think they probably don't even know who she is. So yeah. So I was happy to see the Dothraki again. Can't wait to see them in season 6. Seriously, that was one of my favorite parts of season 1, the Daenerys storyline. So yeah. That was awesome. Okay, now this, basically, Cersei, she confesses to, the High Sparrow, and basically she's allowed to go back to the Red Keep, see her son, but before she can do that, she has to do her Walk of Atonement. Basically, the Septus, they wash her down, and they're scrubbing really hard. They cut her beautiful blonde hair, and basically Cersei has to walk through the streets of King's Landing naked. The people, they're just like calling her names, they're like calling her the C word, brother fucker, just everything. They're throwing food, poop at her, they're spitting at her, they're you know, just like, and I have to say, I was trying to relish that moment. I was trying to be like, finally Cersei, because I hate Cersei, and I was like, finally she's getting what's coming to her. And I was really trying so hard to, but I ended up feeling I felt so bad for her in that moment. It's like, wow, poor Cersei, she was crying, so yeah. And then she goes back to and then she reaches it to the Red Keep, and we see Kevin Lannister again, awesome, and that big old giant guy, that, for all of you who don't know, that's most likely the Mountain. I mean, that's what Maester Qyburn has been working on, like, all season, so yeah. Okay, so really, and also, just for your information, that wasn't actually Lena Headey naked. They actually got a body double, which makes sense because Lena Headey has a lot of tattoos, and it would take hours for them to cover the tattoos all over her. And how many takes would they have to do of that Walk of Atonement? Because, you know, she's getting wet and all that. So yeah, it makes sense that, so yeah, that's a body double, so that's not Lena Headey naked, so yeah, just so you know. I read it in Entertainment Weekly magazine about this season, so yeah. So yeah, even though I tried not to, I ended up feeling really bad for Cersei. It's just like, aw. And that is the reason there that the Faith Militant was not in charge for a while. And Cersei, she fucked up with that, yeah. But now they're definitely in power now, and there's really, for right now, there's nothing they can do about it, so yeah. And then this last scene happened, oh my gosh. First of all, we see Braavos a little bit. He finds out that, because Melisandre gets to the wall, that Shireen is dead, Stannis is dead. We didn't see Stannis die, so I'm still like, he's not dead. He's not dead. Because we didn't see him die. So yeah, and basically the last scene we get, Jon, he's sitting at his desk, and then Ollie comes up and tells him that there's word that his Uncle Benjen is alive. Jon goes outside, and he goes to the door, and there's this wooden piece called, that has traitor, and he's like, oh shit. And then one by one, Sir Alistair, of course, is the first, and he stabs them, and then he says, for the watch, and then another one says, stabs him for the watch, and it happens over and over. And then Ollie, that fucking, oh, I hate him so much. He delivers the final blow, and basically Jon is dead. It looks like Jon is dead. So yeah. Which, first of all, that kind of reminded me of the whole Julius Caesar assassination. It reminded me of that. Maybe not as many stabs, though, but still. And so that's how the episode ended. Wow. That was a crazy finale. First of all, it's Jon Snow, he's presumed dead in the books, so he could very well be brought back to life because Melisandre's there. So he could very well be brought back to life. And look, there are a bunch of articles about kids saying he's not coming back for season 6, but yeah, I don't believe one word of that. Until I actually see season 6, I will be in denial. I will be thinking, no, Jon is not dead. I know it looks like it, but there's no way. There's no way. And if he is alive, that of course they're not going to tell us, you know? They're going to make us wait for season 6. So yeah, Jon's not dead. I don't care if I sound like I may be in denial, but he's not dead. And even if he's dead in the show, I still have Winds of Winter to look forward to. So yeah. This was a crazy season finale. It was probably the second best season finale. The first best would probably still be the season 1 finale. Yeah, I would say that. Because season 1 is perfect. But anyways, crap, this was crazy. Now, there were some things I was hoping so much that they would do the epilogue, like the very, very last chapter of Dance with Dragons, and they didn't do it, so maybe they'll do it in season 6. I'm hoping they will. So yeah. So really, this was a really good episode. I'd probably give it a 4.5 out of 5. So basically means episode 8 of this season was obviously the best episode. This is probably probably the second or third best episode of the season. But yeah. Overall, season 5 was, I'm saying this, guys, this is my least favorite season, and yeah, for a while, season 2 was my least favorite. I mean, even though season 2 had great aspects, it was really the stretched out Jon and Dany storylines that really brought season 2 down for me. But yeah, but season 5, it turned out to be the weakest season, and honestly, books 4 and 5 aren't that good. But, yeah, though the thing that annoys me the most about Season 5 is that the Dornish storyline, which was one of the best parts of books 4 and 5, that was seriously the only parts of those books that really saved those books 4 and 5 from being complete bores. Yeah, they just screwed it up, and I was really looking forward to the Dornish storyline. Even though they cut out 2 characters, I was still thinking they could do it, they can make it work, and they didn't. You know, it just, so yeah, overall, Season 5 has been the weakest, the worst season. And even if it's the worst season, it still has a lot of great things in it, but still, it's my least favorite season. Season 1 is my favorite, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 5. So, yeah. Tell me what you thought of this episode, and tell me what you thought of this episode as a whole, this season as a whole. What do you think is going to happen next season? And tell me, do you think that Jon and Stannis are really dead? Because I'm more positive about Stannis being alive than Jon. So, yeah, tell me your thoughts on that, and yeah, now we have to wait like 10 more months for Season 6, and probably even longer for book 6, so yeah. It's been a crazy season, and I will definitely be reviewing Season 6 and 7, so yeah. Okay, guys. So, yeah, I don't know what my next video is gonna be, so, but other than that, but yeah, I don't know what my next video will be, so yeah. Wow, this was a crazy finale, and I'm still saying this is the weakest season, but it doesn't make me any less excited for Season 6, because Season 6 could be amazing. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.